Well, welcome back, everyone. It was a thin-ranged week in markets this week, but price action still puts our swing barometer, the S&P 500, up against resistance. We spent a lot of time this go around trying to chip away at that $414 marker, which is the halfway back marker from the highs in Jan 2022 to the lows in October. And this week is a testament to the sells not being able to sell. I'm just zooming a little bit in on price action over here so we can see how the week played out overall. Now, we know that Monday last week and the down we got turned around on Friday last week. Now this week, we've had a very thin range. In fact, I'll zoom in a little bit more over here, and you can see the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today's action. We effectively were in a week that closed last Friday right over there in the 412 area and change. And we have closed this week effectively in the 411 area and about 50-ish penny marker. Still some after hours action happening right now. So we've had a rather week, unchanged. We've been up above the 414 marker. We've been down below our key support structure, the center of the weekly pivot range, but we have not broken down. So if the sells aren't selling, is it time to buy? Well, we need a breakout that actually validates that. We've had the most elongated process, most number of days, number of bars on a daily chart here to attempt to break above that marker. Going back to when we started to build it back over here in May of 2022. Yes, we did get that breakout in August, that most hated rally, and came back. We rejected that area back here on the back test. Rejected it here, recently back here in February. And effectively, since the beginning of April, we've been trying to chip away at that same level. Now, in order to improve the odds of whether or not a breakout happens or the implicit risks in markets that we have right now take us back down, we're going to look at two sets of technical tools to help us with that, and that can help us into the beginning of the week ahead. Let's go and zip over to a template that you would have seen me utilize during the Wealth 365 Summit, during the Wealth Charts Accelerator, and of course, the amazing 3-day quarterly intensive we had for members. So what you've got on the screen on the left over here is the Power Scanner. It aggregates the champion, trend, pack indications, and the Wealth Charts member exclusive indications to a large part. And I've got it on 3 time frames. I've got a daily, a 4-hour, and a 1-hour. This setup is meant for more swing, but can of course influence day as well. And the way that I'm using it is to help me understand into next week. So the daily chart, which tends to look out a week to 2, was it left with a bullish signal into the end of the day? We lost the champion cross buy dot. We're still in a champion trend buy zone, but we had more of a negative close today versus even yesterday, where the dot remained in play. Are we using some bullish fuel? Well, unfortunately, the fast spike's below the center of the channel, slow spike's above, but it is not clear that we're going to restart the move from the daily picture. Then I take you over to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, as you can see, the last bar right over there, 1:30 p.m. to still continuing now, is a bullish reversal, a momentum shift that's positive, and it happened off of the positive momentum shift line that presented a couple of days ago, actually. So the tool gave us a support line. We came down to it. We had a reversal back up. But on this time frame as well, we don't have the champion cross buy, and we're in a champion trend sell. Now we take it down to the hourly time frame to give us an edge into Sunday night futures trade, Monday morning pre-market, and the way that the hourly chart closed on a signal for champion trend or champion cross, we don't have a signal right now. We've got neutral. But at the end of this bar, once it's closed, that will be at the end of this hour, we have a higher probability for it to turn into a bullish signal. And we already are in a champion trend buy zone. We've also got something unique happening down here in the spike tool. We've seen the slow spike come down, perforate the bottom of the channel, come up above its signal line, and the fast spike, which is the blue line, is above the top of the channel. What does that mean? Well, very simple. We are putting some bullish fuel to work. So that does imply some positivity available to start the week. Very likely it's going to be a dip and bounce, if not just a direct move up. Now I'm going to take you to another template over here that I'm going to be teaching you a little bit more about a very special session next week. Now this template has the same indications that you were looking at. It is a 4-hour time frame, but it's for the S&P E-minis. and a 1 hour time frame. Now you've got the Champion Trend Pack, you've got the Wealth Charts member exclusive indications on here. You've also got Rob's life's work, his ITP, his TRP, and of course you've got my triple S indicator here. Now the triple S indicator is unique in by way of intraday swing confirmation tool and identification tool, intra-week, intra-month, intra-quarter. The timeframes that I'm looking at right now really are meant to help me with into next week. And I've excluded any smaller timeframes than an hour. I'm looking at the 4 hour, and the red line in the channel over here, in the subchart part of the triple S indicator, is not in a great spot. It is, however, in a spot where the red line, which you consider the soldiers, they're well rested. The blue line and the black line, as I spread this out, blue line is the king and the queen, black line is the generals. The soldiers are rested enough. They need to go and talk to the generals, get through the king and the queen, and move from quadrant 1, which is what we're in, into quadrant 2. The lower half of this 4-quadrant channel can still be considered homeland. Above the halfway marker of the channel, we're on a campaign and we're trying to conquer new territory for the king and the queen. Now the 4-hour chart is in a setup, not in a signal state that allows for some bullishness. The 1-hour chart unfortunately says, hold on. We've got the soldiers coming down through the day today. That red triangle right there, all of that selling after. Well, we saw that signal. We came down into quad 2 from being in quad 3, and we ended in quad 2. We have not yet seen the 1-hour chart give us that swing signal. On Monday, if we've got the red line crossing up through the center of the channel, the 4-hour chart has got about 3/4 of a channel to traverse up. And the soldiers have plenty of room to try and get up and break through key resistance structures, i.e. that 414 marker on the SPY. That 414 marker to 415 marker, which is around the 4170s to 80s on the S&P E-minis, would be then achievable and, of course, open up some potential bullish long side trading. However, if this market that continues to chip away, that has not been able to get and close above that 414 marker, succumbs to selling without having all of the bullish signals we need on the daily and the 4-hour, it can then give us a tumble. And we've got to be really careful as to where that tumble could start. An easy way for me to point to a clear signal for where that tumble could start is the positive momentum shift that was held today on that 4-hour time frame. Breaking below roughly $409 would open up that downside. I'd like to wish all of the mothers in the room a very happy Mother's Day weekend in advance. And I'd like to invite you and everyone else to a very special session that I'm going to be doing next Wednesday. So I'm going to show you how you can get to that session right now, where I'm going to expound on intraday, intra-week, and of course, intra-month and quarter swing strategies. Now, these are going to be under the umbrella of how can we take a multi-time frame approach, use the scanning technology with the member exclusive indicators, with the Champion Trend Pack, and add on the triple S to find that swing signal of highest probability, and then look for the execution, look for the management signals, and then of course exit. So it's going to be a great working session with lots of education on a great suite of tools and using powerful scanners to help us identify, evaluate, and execute swings in this volatile market. So I'm looking forward to accelerating your swing trading. We're going to be doing that on Wednesday, May the 17th. It's going to start at 10 a.m. It's a dedicated session. I look forward to seeing you there. Simply click the link in the email or go to becomeabettertrader.com/yes to get your seat and get all situated. We're 5 days and 54 minutes away from that session, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Wishing you and yours a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful happy Mother's Day weekend. Bye for now all, and thanks for watching.